Hi everyone, Tracy here with Paper Closet Designs, and today's video I want to show you how to do the twist and pop card. This is the Valentine twist and pop, and it has been super popular. I also have an Easter one, and I have some others in the work. It's assembled maybe just a little bit different than some of the other cards that you'll see, so I wanted to put a video together. So what you'll do is this comes so that it fits in a A2 card, an A2 envelope, and when you open it up, the inside pops open, it twists and pops open, and then you can just close it back down, put it in your envelope, and it's flat, or pretty flat, so that you can mail this card. So let's go ahead and show you how to do this. So I'm going to start with the pieces that you'll get. I'm going to do this card from the very beginning. We're going to do everything. So you're going to use 3 colors of Valentine colors with this card. So you will have your scalloped heart and your love that's cut out in the darkest color. You'll have white, and in the white there are 4 of these scallop pieces. This goes in the twist part. You'll have a rounded rectangle. This goes on the outside. And then you'll have 2 squares. And these will go on the inside for writing your message or whatever. Then you'll have your lightest color. And it's got 3 pieces of the bow. So it's got the bow knot, the bow, and the bow tails. And it also has 4 more rectangles. And then the last thing you'll have is your card base. And along with the card base, this is your medium color. You're going to have 2 little pieces that kind of look like raindrops. And those are for the inside of your bow. It'll make sense as we put it together. This is your heart. You'll have your folded piece, your twist part, and your card base. So let's just go ahead and get started with that. So the card base has a score line right in the middle. We're just going to fold it down like that and then set it aside. This is the most important piece. This is the one that everybody kind of looks at and gets a little bit worried about. So it's got 4 score lines. It's got 1 down the middle, a diagonal one this way, and a diagonal one this way. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to fold this card down the middle. Okay, and then we're going to open it up, and we're going to fold it up on that score line right there on the diagonal. And then we're going to fold it on the diagonal this way, and we're folding it up towards us. Okay, then what you'll do is you're going to fold those 2 pieces in, and it kind of makes like an arrow. Can you see that? So what I did was I folded this down along the inside, or along the middle, folded it down, opened it back up, and folded the diagonal pieces up towards me. And then it makes this arrow, okay? So we're going to set that aside for right now. Next, we're going to take this piece and we're going to fold it on this first score line. We're going to fold it up. On the second score line, we're going to fold it down. And on the third fold line, we're going to score it up. Now we can go ahead and start decorating this. So the first thing we're going to do is find these lighter pieces right here, and we're going to glue them or tape them onto the inside of there. Oops, I grabbed 2 of them. Just like that. This does go pretty quick. Like I said, that middle piece, the folding piece, is your most difficult piece. but it's not hard once you get the hang of it. Whoa, I'm sliding all around here. Now, depending on what your card is, these might look different, but so they might have different pieces or different layers. For this Valentine card, the next piece that goes down is the scalloped rectangles. Let's go ahead and do those. And we're just gonna line them right up there so that there's a little bit of a shadow peeking through. And you can do this with a tape runner or glue. I would not advise a glue stick. It'll pop right off. The kids love these little twist and pop cards. They're so fun. I don't think I got that one quite centered, so I'm going to lift it. All right, next we're going to do our word love. So I'm just going to lay it out first so that I can make sure everything is kind of even. And then I'm actually going to use some glue and glue that right down on there. Just like that. And this paper that I have is red on one side and kind of a creamy on the other side. But I love the cream, or the red, so we used it. Plus I'm getting low on my red and pink stash. I've done so many Valentine things. I need to get some more paper. While we're talking about paper, everybody asks me what I use. And I really like the Reflections paper that you can get at Michael's, and they have it in the 8.5 by 11 or the 12 by 12, so I use that. I also have some old basil that I use, but I also like the American Craft paper. I think it works really well too. And if you happen to know somebody that sells for Stampin' Up, their paper is really nice to use as well. So there you go. All right, got a little bit of glue on that E. So that piece is done. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and glue this on here. So what you'll do is you're going to open this up, and I'm going to actually do it sideways just so you can see the whole thing. And we're going to glue this side and this side, the little triangle pieces. So what I normally do, and I do like a tape runner for this, but I'm going to put lots on there so that it doesn't pop off. So once you have that on there, go ahead and line it up right in the middle of the card with this point right along the score line. Okay, and then see how it's going to pop open? While it's there, we're going to put tape on just that triangle piece again. We're going to fold this over and press it to get a good adhesion. And then what happens is that when that opens up, there is your pop-up piece. Okay, now it doesn't really matter which way you do it, but what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to bring this piece in, make sure that you have the top up, and we want to put tape on this top left-hand corner and the bottom right-hand corner. Okay, so I'm going to do it right here and right up here. Oops, kind of twisted a little bit. I'm at an odd angle for this camera. Okay, now what you're going to do is you're going to take this edge right here And we're going to line it up with that edge on that pop piece. So if I flip it over, it looks like that. Okay, and then we're going to do the same thing on this bottom edge. You'll notice that there's an angle cut out here. We want this square piece to be what's taped to the bottom of that shape. And then you're just going to have to kind of play around with it a little bit. Oh, mine popped open again. So let me sit down so I can see what I'm doing. I'm going to put some tape on this too, on this edge. And I think what happened was I didn't get that quite straight. I got that edge on there, but I didn't get this edge on there straight. So let's pull it off. Put some more tape on there. See, I told you, it's really not hard. It's just this one piece right here kind of likes to give us a little bit of problems. There we go. So then we're just going to practice opening and closing it a few times to get that little piece to work really well. I don't know if you can see that, but open it up and close it a few times. And now it's ready to go. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to open it up, and I'm going to grab those square pieces, and they are going to go right down here on the bottom and on the top to cover up the mechanical part, that part right there. So, some tape on it. And you'll notice if I hold this down here, they don't go this way, they go the long way. There's a little tiny bit of a difference on the measurements, so make sure you get it going the right way. And if you're cutting this out of pattern paper, make sure you're getting the pattern to go the right direction. Now we're going to do the same thing here on the bottom. And just cover up that piece right there. Okay. And there is the inside of your card. So now let's do the outside. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this rounded piece, this rectangle with the rounded corners, and it's going to go right up here. And I may, yeah, there we go. So it goes side to side with a little bit of shadow on the top and a little bit of shadow on the bottom. Edge to edge. All right, then we're going to assemble our little scalloped heart. So I'm just going to put some glue on this. Oh, maybe, let's see. It was working just a second ago. Slide it right onto there and line it up. And you could add this with a foam pop dot. I did not because this is already fairly thick. So I'm just going to glue it right there into the center. And then we're going to do our bow. Now, normally I would ink these up just a little bit to give it the dimension, but I forgot to grab my ink pad, and so I'm not going to do it for this video. But I would ink this edge just a little bit, and we're going to put it right on there. And then the same thing with my dot. I would ink it up just a little bit, just so that it gives it some separation. And then you could even ink the inside of your bow if you wanted to. I hope this is showing up on the camera. I kind of moved my craft room around and I'm not under my window anymore. So now once that's on there, we're gonna go ahead and glue it on there, but I noticed that I got my heart down too low. So I'm just gonna pull that up. Eee, it's already sticking. Ooh, I may have to redo that piece because I made a mess out of it. But for the video. And now you've learned from my mistakes. You'll know not to do that. We're going to take the heart almost clear up to the top. And then we can glue our bow right down there. And as I pulled on it, it's lifted a couple pieces. So I'm going to glue this heart down just to give it a little bit more glue right there. All right, and there is the very fun Valentine twist and pop card. Open it up, it says love. You can write your message on there up here, fold it down. It slips into an A2 envelope and you can mail it and share some Valentine love with everybody. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please subscribe down below so that you don't miss any of my videos. Give me a thumbs up and have a great day.